What's good, guys? This is the last minute full card predictions where we go over each and every single one of these cards, guys. Drop a like if you guys haven't already, guys. You guys know me. I dropped my lock of the week video on Tuesday, and I want to say thank you, guys. Thank you to everybody who liked it in the algo, who commented, because, man, we did good for a video that I uploaded early in the week. So I love that, guys. I love that I can count on you guys, and just like how I can count on you guys, I want you guys to be able to count on me as well. We're going to brainstorm. We're going to mix and match. We're going to tell our last-minute predictions, judging each and every single one of these fights off their final face-offs. And what's most important is that we go over the props, specifically the props on the person that I think is going to win the fight. But we do go over the props on the other person if it's a close fight like Mike Malak Holland. So we're going to break down this entire card from top to bottom, guys. Drop a like if you guys haven't already. So let's get this show on the road. Everybody made weight, so you know I love to see it. No complaining. I think it's going to be a great night at Vancouver tomorrow. So, excuse me, let me just close this out. Sorry about that. Alright, so here we go. Melissa Croden versus Tainara. Melissa Croden minus 124. Tainara Lisboa plus 106. Now, Tainara Lisboa was a favorite up until this point. Melissa Croden's now the favorite slightly. Melissa Croden, welcome to the UFC. She's smoking. I said Giyat in the notes, but she has a shirt on, so you know we'll save the Giyat for Oliveira. Melissa plays with a bow and arrow. She's very talented. Overall, Melissa's 6-2. She's tall for her division, 5'9". She lost to Evelyn Martinez by split and Jacqueline Cavalcanti by unanimous. She went 2-1 in LFA. Matched up against Tainara Lisboa. Lisboa's had a problem with her knee recently. I mean, not recently, but her almost a majority of her career. And I feel a little like, I don't know about Lisboa. Lisboa can't wrestle if her life depended on it. I picked her last fight against Luana Santos. She ended up having absolutely nothing against Luana Santos and got subbed by an Americana. Lisboa was 7-3 overall. Lost twice by sub, once by decision. She was on a 5-fight win streak at one point. I rated her highly because of her fights with Valentina Shevchenko in kickboxing and Muay Thai. But throw that out the window, and her resume is not really that good. Give me Melissa Croden for the dub. I like her money line. I believe it's a minus 120, but let's go over the props. Melissa Croden by points plus 190. Lisboa by points plus 190. Croden by points plus 220. Croden ITD by KO or submission plus 260. Croden by KO on points plus 105. Will this fight go the distance? Yes, minus 174. Over 2.5, minus 215. Give me Croden money line minus 124. Give me this fight goes the distance. Yes, minus 174. Give me Croden by KO on points plus 105. And I'll go Croden by points at a plus 220. Let's go, my girl. Let's go. Show us what you got. At 746. Azamat Bekoev versus Yousri. Now, this is going to be a good fight. Azamat minus 295. Yousri Belgaroui plus 240. I always like seeing Bekoev fight. This fight was supposed to happen back in August, but Yousri couldn't get the visa in time. Azamat Bekoev, 20 wins and 3 losses overall. Only 29 years old. Still so much time to grow. 4-0 in LFA, 2-0 in the UFC. Very well-rounded, athletic, a freak of nature. From American top team, 8 KOs, 8 subs, and 4 wins by decision. So he's a finisher, guys. He can wrestle. He's a great addition to middleweight. This guy sets up his shots, and he has great fight IQ. He's 6 foot, but he is a little bit smaller than 6 foot, like 5'10". But it doesn't matter because he's very talented. Matched up against Yousri Belgaroui, Netherlands athlete, 6'5", 79-inch reach. This guy is huge. Former kickboxer, comes from Tainara MMA and fitness. He trains with Alex and Glover in Connecticut. This guy uses range very well. If you wrestle him, he can be taken down. He doesn't have as much power, but is naturally gifted. I can't wait to see Yousri fight. When you are very tall for the division, you tend to be a lot skinnier than the others in that same division. And I think Azamat packs a little bit more of a punch. Let's go with the props. Azamat by KO plus 290. Azamat by KO or sub minus 110. Fight doesn't go the distance. No, minus 220. Under 2.5, minus 156. Fight ends by KO plus 130. Give me Azamat Bekoev money line. You guys know I like the Bekoev and Ritter parlay. I love that. Bekoev money line minus 295. Bekoev by KO plus 290. Bekoev by KO or sub minus 110. Under 2.5 minus 156. And fight ends by KO plus 130. Let's go, my guy Bekoev for the dub. Let's go. Now this one. Giyat. This one was crazy. Minus 300 for Stephanie Luciano. Ravena Oliveira plus 245. Luciano, I thought she did very well her last time out against Sam Hughes. She lost by split in a fight where she made it super competitive. Luciano's 6-2-1. Luciano has never lost or won by sub, which is a little bit of a red flag. Her only 2 losses are to Andreas Romero and Sam Hughes. Luciano had a draw with Alencar and beat her in the rematch. She had good striking, decent takedown defense, and she can wrestle as well. She had decent control, sneaks in elbows, great cardio, volume. But on her back, she can struggle massively. Matched up against Ravena, Oliveira. 7-2 and 1 overall. Muay Thai striker. She marches forward, low hands, good teep kick, a bunch of volume on volume on volume. 0-1 in the UFC for Oliveira. Had a draw with Amanda Fiera. Lost to Walexa Souza by choke. And recently lost to Tainara Lisboa in October of 2023, who we talked about earlier down the card. Oliveira has a 100% finish rate, guys. Give me Stephanie Luciano. Let's go over the props. Luciano by decision, minus 145. Luciano by KO on points, minus 240. Luciano by submission on points, minus 195. Fight goes the distance, minus 290. Over 2.5, minus 350. These are the props that I really like. Mix and match, choose. Minus 300 for Stephanie Luciano for me. Give me the over 2.5, minus 350. Give me Luciano by submission on points, minus 195. Excuse me, by KO on points, minus 240. Stephanie Luciano by KO on points, minus 240. And Luciano by decision, minus 145. Let's go, my girl. But remember, Palashi got the KO over Karolina Karolejczyk, like late third round. Let's go to the next fight. Let's go. I'm glad we got an ad. I need a drink of water. If you guys are staying hydrated, make sure you guys have a water. Make sure you guys are staying hydrated. Hopefully it's not too much of a long... There we go. Djorden Santos versus Danny Barlow. Danny Barlow minus 290. Santos plus 235. This guy Djorden Santos is so tricky. He lost to Ozzy Diaz in a fight that he could have had that. Danny Barlow, left hand to God. 9-1. Great management of distance. Looks to stay on the outside. Looks to implement damage, counter, stay composed, and can go a full 15. Barlow is 2-1 in the UFC. Lost to Sam Patterson 7 months ago. Good low kicks. I believe in Barlow. I believe him moving up to middleweight is a good decision now. In this instance, it is. You know what I'm saying? 5 KOs, 1 sub, and 3 wins by split. If you can get in his face, he doesn't like a brawl. Danny Barlow. Matched up against Djorden Santos. Santos is in 10-2. Comes from American top team. Lost both of his fights by decision. Djorden is mediocre. He constantly just doesn't do enough. But he does have volume. He had a lot of success against Ozzy. He had success against Ozzy Diaz. Then did a lot of strikes against him. But he could have won that fight. But he just didn't. Danny Barlow has power. Lost to Sam Patterson. Patterson, no shame. Patterson is on a 4-fight win streak now. Guys, Danny Barlow by KO plus 135. Barlow by points plus 260. Barlow by KO on points minus 220. This fight doesn't go the distance. No, minus 190. And under 2.5 is a minus 154. In this case, give me Danny Barlow moneyline minus 290. Give me Danny by KO plus 135. Danny by KO on points minus 220. This fight doesn't go the distance minus 190. And the under 2.5 at a minus 154. Let's go, my guy, Danny Barlow. Let's go. Don't worry about me. And just like the movies, this will be our last scene. Plus 188 for Bruno Silva. Hong Sung Park minus 225. This is a good fight. Bruno Silva is always in a fun scrap. 14-7 overall. 4-4 in the UFC. He was on a tear when he was on a 4-fight win streak, beating JP Buys, Victor Rodriguez, Tyson Nam, and Cody Djorden, which was an amazing comeback. I love that comeback. I love a good comeback. Bruno has a brutal uppercut, has great BJJ, but he can be drawn into a brawl. Eats one to give one, and sometimes he can get drawn into a fire fight. He has brutal power, especially for 125, but he's on a 2-fight losing skid, losing to the best in his division, Joshua Van and Manel Cap. He got TKO'd twice. TKO'd twice. Excuse me. Silva can sometimes get way too reckless for my liking. Matched up against Hong Sung Park. Park is tough, but is so open to a sub. He lost his last fight against Tatsuro Taira 2 months ago on short notice, I believe. I expect him to do a lot better, survive. I expected him to do a lot better against Tatsuro Taira, survive, but Tatsuro Taira is very good, guys. 10-1 for Park. He has an excellent submission game offensively. 4 wins by KO, 5 wins by sub, and 1 win by decision. Park can shoot. He has excellent shot selection, decent takedown defense. He needs to get going in the grappling, or else he might get tagged up, may eat an uppercut on the way down. You gotta maintain that respect from the grappling. Let's go with the props. Park by KO plus 400. Park by sub plus 310. Park by decision plus 230. Park by KO on points plus 100. Excuse me, guys. Park by KO plus 400. I don't know if I said that right, guys. I don't know if I said that right. So let me repeat it. Let me get this notifications out the way. Park by KO plus 400. Park by sub plus 310, guys. Hong Sung Park by decision plus 230. Park by KO on points, plus 100. Park by submission on points, plus 130. Over 2.5, minus 112. Under 2.5, minus 112. Guys, in this case, I'm going Park. Give me Park moneyline, minus 225. Good parlay piece. Give me the over 2.5, minus 112. Give me Park by submission on points, plus 130. Park by decision, plus 130. Plus 230. And I'll sprinkle Park by sub, plus 310. I'm just going to sprinkle it. Let's go, my guy. Hung Sung Park. Let's go. 13-12. Now, guys, they changed the bout order. I don't know why the UFC waits until Friday to change the entire bout order. My notes, I have them all in my notes, so I have to copy and paste, move this one down, move this one up, and it's entire paragraphs. So whoever's changing the bout order, I know it's a better bout order, but you should have done that earlier in the week, whoever is. Minus 176 for Cody Gibson. Aoriqileng plus 142. Cody 21-11. The Darren Till of 135. 3-6 in the UFC. 7 KOs. 5 wins by sub and 9 wins by decision. Uses length to his fullest advantage. 14 takedowns in the UFC. A striker, but on his back he struggles. He lost to Damon Blackshear in a fight where he was having a lot of success in round 1, but he got subbed by Kimura in round 2. He won the first against Damon, matched up against Aoriqileng. This is a good fight. Aoriqileng is 25-12, 2-2-1 out of his last 5, 3-4 in the UFC. Aoriqileng won 16 fights by decision, 8 wins by KO and 1 win by sub. Aoriqileng can get drawn into a brawl. Aoriqileng always looks to go to war, can strike, can wrestle as well. 7 takedowns in the UFC. He recently lost to Amin Zahabi and Raul Rosas Jr. Give me Cody Gibson, low confidence. Let's go with the props. Cody by points, plus 155. Aoriqileng by points, plus 340. I figured Aoriqileng is kind of a decision merchant. I know he can finish this fight inside the distance, but Aoriqileng by points, plus 340 for a guy that won 16 times by decision already. I don't know. Cody by KO on points, minus 110. Cody by submission on points, minus 120. Will this fight go the distance? Yes, minus 148. Over 2.5, minus 182. Cody to land 1 takedown, minus 330. I really like that. Let me blow my nose. Alright, so give me Cody to land 1 takedown, minus 130. Give me the over 2.5, minus 182. I'll take Cody by submission on points, minus 120. Cody by points, plus 155. And give me Cody moneyline, minus 176. Let's go, my guy, Cody Gibson. Let's go. So what's what you got, my guy? 1437. Don't worry about me. Guys, if anybody can guess the song that I'm singing, you're a real one. You're a real one. And just like the movies. Plus 370 for Kyle Prepolec versus Dober, minus 480. Kyle Prepolec, plus 370. Dober, minus 480. This is a banger scrap. I like the matchmaking here, and I like how they moved them up the card. I believe it's the featured prelim. Kyle Prepolec competed in the UFC a few years back in May 2019, when 0-2 losing to Talib and Austin Hubbard. And he's now back in the UFC after accepting a short notice bout against BSD. Prepolec is 18-9 overall, 0-3 in the UFC. Looking to get his first win, but it seems like he's being fed to the wolves. Front forward pressure style, tough as nails, gets wild, can wrestle, crack hard, and he's never been knocked out. Matched up against Dober. Now, when I look at Dober's last 5, it's insane. Only 1 win out of his last 5, and losing 3 in a row can do something to you as a competitor. His only win in the last 5 is against Aoriqileng. Lost to Frevola, his chin got cracked there. Lost to Renato Moicano by decision. Gene Silva, Dr. Stoppage, and Manuel Torres finished him bad. Dober was known to rely on his chin in a lot of his fights, but it has been cracked recently. I made a mistake, last week claiming that Charles Oliveira's chin is done. But guys, just because you get cracked doesn't mean you're going to get cracked in your next fight. And you saw how wild Oliveira was as well. I'm expecting the best Dober to show out here. He's fighting for his contract. Wild, looking to have success in the chaos. I still believe in his chin. Drew can get drawn into a brawl. 56% takedown defense. He has power like no other. Drew might be on the verge of getting removed from the UFC. I'm counting on Dober to lock in and get the job done here. Dober by KO, plus 120. Dober by points, plus 230. Dober by KO on points, minus 180. Fight doesn't go the distance, minus 215. Over 1.5, minus 156. Fight ends by KO, minus 130. Guys, this is going to be crazy, guys. Give me Dober moneyline, minus 480. I'll take the over 1.5, minus 156. I'm going to take Dober by KO, plus 120. Dober by points, plus 230. And let's go Dober by KO on points, minus 280. Let's go, my guy. Let's go. 1602. Trying to get the... There we go. Okay, Kyle Nelson, plus 102. Matt Frevola, minus 120. This is a banger scrap war. Kyle Nelson is 16-6-1. 34 years old. 3-1-1 out of his last 5. He did go to a draw with Doohoo Choi, which is not bad looking back at it. Excuse me. Decent takedown defense. Kyle, 6 wins by KO, 4 wins by sub, and 6 wins by decision. 2 of them being by split. 4-5 in the UFC for Nelson. He was on a 3-fight win streak at one point, beating Blake Bilder, Fernando Padilla, and Bill Algeo. He can scramble and reverse very well. Negative striking differential for Kyle Nelson. He's tough as nails. He lost to Steve Garcia not too long ago, but he was grappling so heavy, and he looked good at one point against Steve Garcia. Up until Steve Garcia got up, and he gave him a hematoma on the front of his head. Matched up against Steamroller Frevola. Hey. Frevola, 11-5-1, 35 years old. Frevola gets wild. He each wants to give one, 4 KOs, 3 wins by sub, and 4 wins by decision. But Frevola has been finished 4 times out of his 5 losses, all 4 times by KO. Frevola's 5-5 in the UFC. Went to a draw with the GOAT, Lando Venata. Lando Venata was one of my favorite fighters to watch at one point. He throws wild. Frevola, he's not as technical as I'd like him to be, but he can make things work. Averages 2 takedowns per fight. He sometimes can get off the cage. In both of his most recent losses, he got caught against the fence. And he needs to be careful of that black line. Let's go over the props. Nelson by KO plus 230. Frevola by KO plus 230. Nelson by KO or sub plus 190. Frevola by KO or sub plus 150. Frevola by KO on points plus 105. Fight doesn't go the distance. Minus 230. Over 1.5. Minus 152. Frevola to get 1 takedown. Minus 145. Give me Frevola money line. Minus 120. I'm going to go with the... Oh, no, not the over. I'm an over 1.5 Djorden, but I don't think it's good here. Frevola to get 1 takedown, minus 145. Fight doesn't go the distance, no, minus 230. Frevola by KO, plus 230. And Frevola by KO or submission, plus 150. Let's go, my guy, Frevola. Let's go. 1708. Let's go. PlayStation. Bro, you guys have been playing Battlefield 6? I'm about to play that right after this. Alright, let it go. Alright. Charles Jourdain, minus 166 versus Davey Grant, plus 140. Davey Grant is tough as nails. He's 40 at bantamweight. I don't even know how he does it, but he does. 15-7 overall. He's 4-1 out of his last 5. Only most recent losses to Daniel Marcos by split. He has wins over Louis Smolka, Rafael Assunção, Roman Tavares, and Damon Blackshear. He has an insane resume already. I remember when Davey Grant fought Marlon Vera back in 2021. June 19th. They got fight of the night. Grant is a vet. 8-6 in the UFC. And when you look at who he's faced, you can tell Grant still can hang with the young dogs. Decent kicks, good momentum at range, and super technical. Doesn't give up when things don't go his way. Great BJJ. His fight IQ and volume is tough. Matched up against Charles Jourdain. Jourdain is tricky. I remember him being hyped over his Sparta kick at one point. Jourdain is fast. Each one to give one, but is exciting. Looks to keep the pressure. Good kicks. 16-8 overall. 7-7 in the UFC. 10 years younger than Grant. 3-2 out of his last 5. Losing to Sean Woodson by split and Gene Silva by KO. He beat Victor Henry with a nice gilly, but was taken down a lot in that fight 4 times. Charles Jourdain sometimes has to play catch-up. Sometimes Jourdain is a gamble. Roll the dice, flip a quarter, and see if he wins. Jourdain's the hometown guy, guys, and you guys know how it is. In Brazil, they stopped the fight. Vicente Luque didn't even get poked in the eye, and they do all this bullshit when we go to a different spot. Jourdain by points, plus 170. Davey by points, plus 270. Jourdain by sub, plus 700. Grant by KO on points, plus 160. Fight goes the distance, yes, minus 164. Over 2.5, minus 196. Guys, give me Davey Grant, plus 140 money line. I'm going to go Davey Grant, low confidence. If you like Jourdain, take Jourdain by points, plus 170. Give me Grant by points, plus 270. Grant by KO on points, plus 160. Fight goes the distance, minus 165. And the over 2.5 at a minus 196. Let's go, my guy, Davey Grant. Let's go. 1853. Jasmine Jasudavicius versus Manon. Let me move this a little bit more to the side so you guys can see her beautiful Forrest Gump face. Manon, minus 235. Jasmine Jasudavicius, plus 186. Former title challenger Manon, pretty huge for 125, but is she? She's in shoes and Jazz is in sandals. Not really too much of a difference. But I think, you know, the legs and the movement in the legs and the athleticism is going to play dividends and play a factor in this fight. Number 2 ranked Manon versus Jasmine, number 5 ranked Jazzy J. From the UFC website itself, Manon is light on her toes. The ranking is from the UFC website itself. Let me blow my nose. I try not to get the boogers on the screen, my bad. I know some people don't like that. Manon is light on her toes. One of my favorite fighters of all time. I'm biased towards her. I truly believe she did her best against Valentina. 2-2 heading into the 5th. Up until she was taken down in the 5th, I had her winning. 12-2 overall. 7-1 in the UFC. She lost her very first pro bout against Leah McCourt. She most recently lost to Valentina Shevchenko. No shame in losing to Val at all. She has wins over Tabitha Ricci, Erin Blanchfield, Rose Namajunas, and Mayra Bueno Silva. She's got good accuracy. If taken down, she gets right back up, and she can mix it up herself. And she has a chin. Positive striking differential. She managed to take down Valentina as well. I know it was 1 out of 12 takedowns, but pretty impressive to say the least. 87% takedown defense matched up against Jasmine Jasudavicius. Jasmine is a Canadian wrestler who will have the hometown crowd advantage. 14-3 overall. Jasmine was up my lock of the week multiple times. 36 years old. Jasmine, 8-2 in the UFC. Her only 2 losses are to Natalia Silva and Tracy Cortez. She's now on a 5-fight win streak, finishing 3 out of her 5 last wins. She has great control, great BJJ. She can scramble, sweep, reverse position. The way she finished Jessica Andrade in the first round was impressive. And if she gets top mount, if she gets the back, Manafort, you better be fucking careful. Manafort, sometimes you make some questionable decisions, like against Valentina Shevchenko, where I don't know if you're like just doing it, but you have this in the back, like you've had opportunities, and the questionable mistakes that you make cost you the round, like in that 4th round against Valentina. Manon by KO plus 600. Manon by decision minus 135. Jasmine by sub plus 1,100, which is crazy because if she gets top mount, she can definitely get that in. Or the back. Jasmine by decision plus 310. Over 2.5 minus 450. Jazzy to get 1 takedown minus 115. Manon to get 1 takedown plus 110. Alright. Give me Manon for up minus 235. Give me for up by decision minus 135. Give me over 2.5 minus 450. Give me Jazzy to get 1 takedown minus 115. And Manon to get 1 takedown plus 110. Let's go. I can see her getting off the fence and, doing that trip. Let's go. Alright, 2009. Sorry for burping. Marlon Chito Vera versus Aimee Zahabi. Zahabi's my lock of the week. Plus 108 for Marlon. Aimee Zahabi minus 132. This is a banger scrap. Very important for both guys. Number 9 ranked Zahabi versus number 7 ranked Marlon Vera. Former title challenger Chito Vera. Marlon Chito Vera has fought the who's who. 23-10-1. 32 years old for Vera. 2-3 of his last 5. The thing about Vera is he's very sneaky. Good timing and good at timing things up the middle. Or head kicks. He caught Frankie Edgar with a good head kick in round 3. With a good front kick, a good front kick in round 3. Caught Dominic Cruz, wobbled Rob Font multiple times, and he beat Frankie Edgar. Marlon is a slow starter, but he can download data and set up a kill shot like no other. And guys, he said he's been practicing a lot of sprints, guys, so I think that he's going to come out fast, guys. He beat Dominic Cruz with a well-timed kick a head kick in round 4. He broke his nose with that kick, and he beat Pedro Munoz. Lost to Corey by split. O'Malley and Davison Figueiredo beat him. And Davison Figueiredo was the first person to ever drop him. Matched up against Aimee Zahabi. Zahabi is 37 years old. He has been finished. Marlon has not been finished. You can't be 40 fighting for a belt at bantamweight. For us, Zahabi's brother, TriStar Gym. For us, Zahabi coach GSP. TriStar is one of the best gyms from Canada, and that alone is amazing. The game planning, the work ethic, iron sharpens iron. Zahabi can be super slow and volume at some times. He's a technician. 7-2 in the UFC. Lost to Ricardo Ramos by spinning back elbow. Vince Morales. And he lost. And now he's on a 6-fight win streak. With one of his best wins yet. A win over Jose Aldo unanimously. Let's go over the props. Zahabi by KO or submission. Plus 750. Zahabi by points. Plus 110. Marlon by KO or sub. Plus 350. Fight goes the distance. Yes. Minus 300. Over 2.5. Minus 270. Minus 370. Excuse me. You guys know this is my lock of the week. Give me Zahabi money line. Minus 132. Give me the over 2.5. Minus 370. Give me Zahabi by points. Plus 110. And Zahabi by KO or sub. Plus 750. Let's go. 21-38. If you like Marlon, you can take him just money line, guys. It's a close fight. Take him ITD. I think there's like an inside the distance or no action. I wonder what that is. All right, let's go to 21-38. Mike Malott versus Kevin Holland. Minus 102 for Kevin Holland. Mike Malott minus 120. This will be a nail biter. Kevin Holland is an amazing striker, deceptive power. I know some of his famous KOs, Buckley, Jacare Souza. The run Holland had and he went on in 2020, 5 fights in 1 year was special. Kevin Holland is 32 years old, but he made his UFC debut against Thiago Santos, he has fought everyone since being in the UFC. Holland is a win-lose guy. He got choked out and KO'd by the same guy, Kyle Dawkins, but because of a head clash, has a piston of a straight, has a huge stature physically, 6'3", 81-inch reach, 2-3 of his last 5, lost to Roman Dolidze, RDR, and Daniel Rodriguez. Matched up against Mike Malott. Malott is 12-2-1 overall, 33 years old, hometown crowd advantage. His only 2 losses are to Hakeem Dawodu and Neil Magny. Both KO'd him. He might have a suspect chin, but he's gotten so much better since then. Overall, he has 5 wins by KO, 6 wins by sub, and 1 win by decision. He's on a 2-fight win streak, beating Trevin Giles by lackluster decision, and he beat Charles Radke by KO. He's finding his groove. Good boxing, good kicks, strikes, grapples, and wrestles. Very well-rounded. Let's go over the props. Mike Malott by KO plus 460. Malott by sub plus 340. Malott by decision plus 430. Holland by KO plus 410. Holland by KO or sub plus 185. If you're going to take Holland, take him inside the distance. Or even by decision. Fight goes the distance. No. Minus 235. Over 1.5. Minus 160. Malott to get 1 takedown. Minus 150. Guys, give me Mike Malott money line. I'll go minus 120. Give me the over 1.5. Minus 160. Give me Malott to get 1 takedown. Minus 150. Give me the fight doesn't go the distance. Minus 235. And give me Malott by decision plus 430. Let's go, my guy, Mike Malott for the dub. Let's go. 26-22. And just like the movies. RDR versus Brendan Allen. Oh my gosh. Don't crash out. Don't crash out. Don't crash out. Don't crash out. I was about to crash out. Minus 205 for Reina Dorita versus Brendan Allen, plus 164. Main event, boys and girls. RDR was supposed to fight Anthony Hernandez, but Fluffy was injured. If RDR wins, does he get the title shot? After RDR beat Bo Nickel, I was blown away. RDR has made waves since his UFC debut. Former 2-division champ, 1FC. He did lose both belts to the same guy. Antonio Malacan. But that guy's a monster, and he was on the roids. But he beat Kevin Holland by rear naked choke in round 1 and was overlooked against Bo Nickel by including myself. I overlooked RDR and I had Bo Nickel. The only fight I picked against RDR was Bo Nickel. And that's because I'm a little bit biased. But he implemented damage with the knees and he finished him. Showed the step in knee on full display. And recently he just beat Robert Whittaker in a 5-round war using those knees to the body, draining his stamina. Grabbing the inside of his glove to not get finished by Bobby Knuckles when he's on top. Guys, RDR is willing to do whatever it takes, and I'm expecting him to cheat, grab the inside of the glove tomorrow if he ends up on bottom. Guys, RDR does whatever it takes. Game is game. RDR went 7-2-1 in 1FC. He's a finisher, 4-0 in the UFC. Only went the distance 3 times, 14 subs overall, 4 wins by KO. Decent takedowns, but his height and reach is what helps him a lot. At 6'4", this guy is huge. He uses it to his full advantage. That jumping knee is one of his best weapons in his arsenal. He's huge. And you know, he actually got caught because of that, I believe. He got caught like with a left hook by Robert Whittaker. Matched up against Brendan Allen, BJJ black belt. Allen fought Fluffy Hernandez twice, once in LFA 5-round main event, full 25. And most recently in the UFC, they fought 3 rounds not too long ago. Brendan Allen has won a full 40 minutes against Anthony Fluffy Hernandez, and he survived getting his back taken, even taking Fluffy's back at times and scrambling. Allen at one point lost to Sean Strickland and Chris Curtis, both by KO. Both finished him in round 2, but after that, he went on a 7-fight win streak and avenged his loss to Chris Curtis. But then he lost to his next 2 fights, Fluffy and Imavov. Against Imavov, he had the back, he won the first round, and then he gassed. Fluffy had glimpses of success. Guys, this is going to be a very good fight. He's coming off of a great win over Marvin Vettori 2 months ago. Allen's 13-4 in the UFC. The pick is going to be Reina Dorita. I think he should be able to implement damage with that step in knee, zap Brendan Allen's cardio, and implement damage. Allen might have success taking the back of RDR, but I'm counting on RDR to stay composed and throw the kitchen sink at Allen. RDR has been finished in both of his losses. He can't get cracked. RDR is an animal. And guys, Allen, we got to be careful because a lot of Allen's wins by submission are by rear naked choke. So RDR, you better be careful because if Allen sinks that in, we're all human. You got to tap. It's a rear naked choke. It's tight. Guys, this is surprisingly a very interesting matchup. Let's go with the props. Allen is a better hammer than he is a nail. RDR by KO plus 410. RDR by sub plus 230. RDR by decision plus 350. RDR inside the distance by KO or submission plus 105. Will this fight go the distance? No, minus 260. Over 2.5, minus 124. RDR to get a takedown, minus 230. Allen to get a takedown, minus 130. RDR by KO rounds 1, 2, or 3, plus 550. RDR by KO rounds 3, 4, and 5, plus 1,200. RDR by sub rounds 1, 2, or 3, plus 300. RDR by sub rounds 3, 4, and 5, plus 800. Give me RDR moneyline. I like that RDR as my Bekoev parlay. RDR moneyline, minus 205. Give me RDR to land 1 takedown, minus 230. I'll go RDR by submission rounds 1, 2, or 3, plus 300. Give me the over 2.5, minus 124. Give me this fight doesn't go the distance, minus 260. Give me RDR ITD by KO or submission, plus 105. And RDR by decision, light sprinkle, plus 350. Let's go, my guy, RDR for the dub. Let me know what you guys think, guys. Let me know what you guys think. RDR by KO runs 3, 4, and 5 late. RDR by sub runs 3, 4, and 5 late. I like RDR by sub runs 1, 2, and 3. And then we go with the over 2.5. So we know, let's say we take RDR ITD and then we go with the over 2.5. So we're in a bit of a position where we're safe either way. Good luck tomorrow, guys. If you guys want a nice cycle parlay, I don't know, RDR sub, or maybe we'll do KO. Azamat by KO or sub, ITD. RDR by KO or sub, ITD. And Zahabi decision. Let's go. Let me know what you guys think, guys. I love you guys with my whole heart. Thank you guys for always supporting me, guys. I upload the video a little bit earlier, a little bit late. You guys are always here, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless. The best is blessed. Peace. Have a great day. And before you know it, it's Halloween. Spooky, spooky skeletons are trickling down your spine. Let's go. Let's go. Enjoy Vancouver. Peace. Hey. Hey. Giyat. Hey.